Hey trackies, welcome back to another video. Please remember to smash that subscribe button, hit the like button as well. That's how the video gets to the YouTube algorithm. Share the video if you care. I hope y'all care, so share. And yes, please sound off in the comment section below. Oh my gosh, we are getting some thrilling show-stopping action leading into the World Championships. Of course, y'all know all the Diamond League events will be concluded before the World Championships begins in September. And yeah, man, we're getting some spicy events that are coming up. And the women's 100 meters at the Silesia Diamond League that comes up on the 16th of August is red hot, absolutely spicy. And I'm here for it. Now, in the lineup trackies, we have from Great Britain, Dina Asher-Smith from Jamaica, the twins, Tina Clayton, Aaliyah Hobbs from the USA, Melissa Jefferson Wooden, Shakira Richardson, Jasia Shears, Iwa Swaboda, and Marie Jose Talu Smith. Now, of course, Julian Alfred was previously announced to be competing at this particular event. However, she has withdrawn. And trackies, you know what? I am quite intrigued about this women's 100 meters because of what it could potentially mean for one of our Jamaicans. All right, so trackies, let's dive into things. Now, the hot woman on the block, Melissa Jefferson Wooden, 10.65 seconds, impressed us at the USA Championships. Round by round, looked superb. And I had one person reach out to me and say, you know what? Melissa Jefferson still didn't even look like she was pressed in that women's 100-meter finals. So they're dying to see, her come up against tough competition again to see what that potential will pull out of her, or what that competition, will pull out of her. Unfortunately, Julian Alfred pulled out. So we're probably going to see Melissa Jefferson Wooden in her 10.65 shape really go away with a win in this women's 100 meters. Whether or not she will be challenged is left to be seen. Now, let's dive into, of course, another set of athletes that, are in the lineup. We have the likes of, the Jamaicans, as I said, the twins, Tia Clayton and, of course, Tina Clayton. Now, interestingly, Tia Clayton is coming off an injury, but at the national championships, I believe in the semifinals, she was able to run a 10.86 seconds. Now, at the time, this would have ranked her in top 3 in the world until Tina Clayton ended up running that 10.81, obviously ranking her, top 3. Now, since then, of course, the American Championships happened and we have a number of athletes that have gone, faster, not much faster, but faster. We have the likes of Kayla White, Twanisha Terry, and Jasia Shears, all, roughly 10.84, 10.85. So not much of a difference in terms of what, Tia has done over a month ago, right? Just keep that in mind. This is like a month and a half back. Tia was already in a semifinal at our national, championships, clocking 10.86. And of course, all roads was leading to a 10.7, right, from a Tia Clayton if she didn't pick up an injury, which is the interesting caveat, that particular injury. So when we look at the field and Tia Clayton, now we have to start considering, okay, is she good? Is she like 100% healed? Is she ready to go? Of course, I'm excited to see what she'll be able to deliver, in this field. Now, I don't want to put too much pressure on her, clearly, but if she comes out trackies and she is ready to bang out one, then yes, she's going to be right up there, in my opinion, challenging, for one of those top 3 positions in this women's 100 meters. Of course, her twin sister, Tina Clayton, is there, the national champion in the women's 100 meters. Same thing though. This was over a month and a half back. 10.81 seconds. What is Tina Clayton ready to drop? From all accounts, trackies, these athletes are ready to burn the field. Now, there's concern about obviously our Jamaicans and whether or not they'll be able to put up a fight at the World Championships. And I thought to myself, listening to, a few of the, comments, right, that, I wonder if y'all think our athletes are sitting down stagnant. I think them stagnant over a month and a half ago. Them not do nothing. There's no improvement. Come on, guys, wake up. Tina Clayton is going to be much better than what she was at our national championships. And boy, me I tell you, trackies, I'm excited to see her drop an official 10.7. Will it happen in this race? Let us see. But you know what? If they're capable, both Tina and Tia capable of dropping 10-7s in this race. That doesn't put them far off from Melissa Jefferson Wooden. Now, let's keep in mind that Melissa Jefferson Wooden has just come off a very rigorous championships where she took the double at her national championship. So, does she still have the legs to come out a week later, week plus later, and dominates in the women's 100 meters by clocking another 10-6? Let us see. Probably we will get a low 10-7 from her. As I said, the expectation for her to just, come out after such a heavy championships to bang out another super fast time might be, unfair to her. Again, she may need a little bit more time to recover. So with me keeping that in mind, we may not get a 10-6. You know what I mean? So if it's a 10-7 as well, it may put, the twins in the, ranks for competing with her. But let us see. I definitely still think Melissa Jefferson Wooden, even if she's not at her absolute best because she may be a bit tired, I'm still thinking that she takes the win, in this women's 100 meters. But as I said, I'm eager to see what our, Jamaicans are able to do. Now, also in the race, of course, is the infamous Sha'Carri Richardson that is now viral trial. Let's see what she is able to deliver. Of course, she's a defending world champion, right? I don't think she defends her crown this year, given what I see Melissa Jefferson Wooden doing. Also, as well, Julian Alfred. Don't think she defends. I'm also not counting out our Jamaicans. Absolutely not. Right. So it'll be interesting to see, what happens. But I'm expecting improvement. Let's just say that. I don't think it's going to be crazy, improvement, because the thing about Sha'Carri is this is a one-off race. She's either going to hit it or miss it, right? Which means that her start, she's either going to get a good enough start where she doesn't have to this big gap trying to run back to the field. And if that's the case and she hits it, then of course she's up there competing, for I wouldn't necessarily say top three-ish, but probably put her fourth-ish, fifth-ish, in this particular race, right? If she hits her start. However, if she doesn't hit the start trackies, then she's gonna be way behind. And I think with athletes that have superb starts, we're talking about Melissa Jefferson Wooden, Tina, Tia, they all start fantastic. And of course, their top end is good. I don't necessarily think she's running them down, that easily. Again, this isn't 10-6 Sha'Carri. If this was 10-6 Sha'Carri, then of course we wouldn't be saying these things, right? But she's not in that shape, and keeping those things in mind and factoring those things, then yeah, it's not going to be easy for her if she misses, the start. So with that said, I kind of have her ranked, behind the twins. I'm also keeping my eyes on Aaliyah Hobbs and how she executes as well. I think, let me see what I'm counting with these women. Okay, I think we're gonna go Melissa Jefferson, Tina, Tia. So that's top three. And then I'm going to say, fourth is between Aliyah Hobbs and Jacia Shears, right? So I think I'm going to push Sha'Carri back a little bit, some more. Jacia Shears is good on, some really one-off pop races. Like she'll come and blast a race. As a matter of fact, she runs the same race every round. It's wild to me why she does it, but she does it anyway. You know what I mean? So I'm expecting Jacia Shears to come out and, pop that start. As a matter of fact, if I'm supposed to be talking about starts in this field, she's probably the best starter here. She's going to be gone with a win. And then, of course, she's going to slow down tremendously as she gets to 80, right into 100. So, that being said, I have Aaliyah Hobbs probably fourth, Jacia Shears fifth. Sha'Carri was probably, oh no, there's Marie Jose Toulouse Smith. Oh, she's also in the race as well. I'm expecting to see Marie Jose Toulouse Smith actually improve on her 1090 that she did in Eugene, right? So let me go again. That pushes Sha'Carri down again. All right, so I'm putting Mary Jose Toulouse Smith, interestingly, better believe it or not, I'm putting her above Aaliyah Hobbs. So let's go again. We have Melissa Jefferson Wooden. We have the twins, and I haven't figured out in my brain yet which twin I'm putting against, above the other. I'll think about it by the time we get to the end of the video. You know what I mean? Or I'll tell you by the time I get to the end of the video. And then we have we're going to have Mary Jose Toulouse Smith, I believe. And then we have Aaliyah Hobbs. Then we have Jacia Shears, or Jacia Shears, Aaliyah Hobbs. You can invert the two. Sha'Carri Richardson and Iwa Swoboda. That's my top, what is this, 8 athletes, or is it 9? Child, I didn't count. Anyway, the point is, that's how I have these athletes ranking. Now, let's focus on the twins, right? Tia Clayton, Tina Clayton. As I said, there are no concerns from a Tina Clayton perspective when it comes to injuries, right? So I'm expecting her to come out and blow the field, run a really fast time, right? We saw what happened with her at Eugene, right? She At this particular point, I'm, coming off a national championships as well. You have to take that into consideration as well. So she wasn't able to, get back into the 10.8, at that particular event. However, I'm expecting her, to come out here and run really well, and contend. She is a gamer as well. So I love that. So I expect Tina, to be, right there. As I said, 10-7. The question is, what is Tia going to bring? Is it going to be better than Tina? Is she, healthy and better enough, to beat a Tina that is healthy? That's the question that I have to be asking myself. So because I'm not sure, clearly I have to see what happens in this race. I'm going to go Tina, then Tia. To be fair, I'm just going to say Tina, then Tia. But if Tia is absolutely good, 100%, then it may be Tia, then Tina, right? No, here's where things get interesting, right? So y'all know there's a bye that's been given out for this women's 100 meters, yeah? Yeah? There's a bye for the Diamond League. Now, Tia so far is on the board, right? If Tia is able to come in, yeah, and if she's able to make it into the Diamond League finals, and we don't have the likes of, keep in mind, the World Championships. By the time the Diamond League finals rolls around, let me tell you the exact date of the Diamond League finals, right? So it is the 27th to the 28th of August. Now, what I've been wondering in my brain is, are the top contenders in the women's 100 meters or just across every event, are they going to be competing here, or are they going to be focused on, the World Championships and sit this one out and make sure that they're focused on what is most important? That is what I'm asking myself, right? No, not sure if Julian Alfred is going to turn up. She could have very well backed out, off Silesia because of, Melissa Jefferson wouldn't turn up there. And y'all know that competition is competition at the end of the day. Athletes are feeding off each other. I'm checking you out. You're checking me out. You know what that means? So maybe her coach is like, we're not going to have Melissa Jefferson wouldn't checking you out this close to the championships. So might as well pull you out. Don't know if Melissa Jefferson is going to be turning up to any other meetings. I don't believe she said she will be doing too many. I believe Silesia is probably the only one, and then she's going to be focused on, the World Championships, right? Which leaves again the Diamond League finals. Will Julian Alfred turn up there? If she turns up there, then unfortunately we may not be able to get the bye, because if Julian wins, she gets the bye and she doesn't even need the bye, right? So it's going to be interesting to see. But if we're able to get into that finals with a Tia Clayton, and Tia can snag, that first place, given who turns up again, if we, and keep in mind, let me just reiterate, keep in mind that the only athletes that can stop at Tia Clayton, in my opinion, in 2025, if she's 100% healthy, is a Julian Alfred and a Melissa Jefferson Wooden. So if those two athletes do not turn up for the Diamond League finals, then as far as I'm concerned, track is, then Tia has a solid shot of actually making it to the World Championship with one of those spots. Now, I kind of want to dive into as well the actual points standings when it comes to the women's 100 meters, so that we can have a better, perspective of what to expect. Hopefully, if Tia, as I said, is able to get in to the event. So as things stand right now, track is only one athlete so far is qualified for the finals, at least for the, again, Diamond League finals, and that is Julian Alfred with 31 points. Now, Tia is sitting on 11th with 8 points. A number of athletes are sitting on 8 points, which means that they have to really rack some points up if they want to make it into the finals. But again, if a Julian Alfred chooses not to turn up, as well as a Melissa Jefferson Wooden, then it makes things better for Tia, because she can move up the ranks a bit. Also, Tina, right? If Tina doesn't show up as well, because Tina right now is sitting down in 6th position. And honestly, my expectation is not to see Tina at the Diamond League finals. Again, for the same reasons, I'm expecting not to potentially see Melissa Jefferson Wooden, and probably hoping, honestly, I'm just hoping and praying that Julian Alfred chooses to sit it out. You know what I mean? So if she chooses to sit it out, then that makes things that much better for potentially Tia making it into the finals. As I said, she's currently 11th. And if she makes it into the finals, given who is ahead of her, we have the likes of Mary Jose Talou Smith, Dina Asher Smith, those athletes in the race, then yeah, if they turn up, that is, then yeah, I'm thinking that Tia has their number. As long as I said she is, healthy. And we have to see what she does in this particular race. Even though I'm saying that she's challenging for top three, she could very well not. She could very well still not be, 100%. And this is her just coming back. And if that's the case, then of course we accept those results and just, work with her until she gets back to her absolute best. But it's making things very, very interesting as far as I'm concerned. And all I know is I'm excited that if we have her turn up in great shape, it means that Jamaica could have four in the women's 100 meters. All I know is that I'm excited. Trackies, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below with this women's 100 meters. Actually, I think I just omitted Dina Asher Smith 100%. Did I not mention Dina Asher Smith? Okay. Where do I think Dina is going to fall in this? Oh, my Lord. I can't believe I omitted her 100%. All right, so Dina Asher Smith. Loved what I saw in that 200 meters. Coming off that curve, of course, you all know she always burns and eats that curve. She ran at 22.14 seconds. So kind of looking like she's getting back to the Dina that we know. You know what I mean? So far this season, she has clocked a 10.93 as well. So I definitely think this puts her in the conversation as well. Where does this put her in the conversation? Let's go back to the list of athletes that I have here. And I'm actually going to put her also ahead of Alia Hobbs as well. So I think I'm going to put her just behind Mary Jose Talu, but ahead of Alia Hobbs. So let's go again. I'm going to say Melissa Jefferson Wooden, Tia. Then I'm going to go Mary Jose Talu Smith, Dina Asher Smith. And then we're going to say Alia or Jacius, depending on if Jacius just holds on. All right, let me say Jacius, then Alia. Jacius, then Alia, then Shakiri, then Iwa Swoboda. That's what I have here for this women's 100 meters. So, guys, sorry, missed out Dina. Absolutely. I think I was focused too much on the twins. Y'all know I'm Jamaican. That's what I'm going to do. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, of course, and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you on in the next one. Bye.